Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Welcome to the 11th Hour Shaman podcast. I'm your hostess, Theresa Gutierrez. I am so glad you're here because we're getting into spooky action at a distance. This stuff is so fun. But first, let's calm down. Maybe I should talk for myself. Just a bit. Let's soak in all this healing possibility. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth with a releasing sigh, allowing your shoulders to drop. Let's begin. Last time we talked about the plant experiment in part two. So it wasn't last time, it was just part two of this Spirit and Science of Energy Healing series. The rye seedlings that grew bigger, stronger, faster, and greener with more chlorophyll. Today, we're going even deeper because the next experiments show that long distance healing affects both living systems and matter itself at the subatomic particle level. What? That's right. This one might shift the way you see everything. In this book, Vibrational Medicine by Dr. Richard Gerber, we learn of an energy healing experiment done on rye seedlings from 600 miles away. Now, at the moment the healers visualized the plants being filled with light, the growth rate of the seedlings increased by 840%. You heard me right. 840%. Let your brain and heart take that in for a moment. After the healing session ended for these little seedlings, their growth slowed back down again, but it never returned to the original baseline low. The plants were permanently changed by a moment of loving attention from 600 miles away. Now, when you hear about an experiment like this, maybe your mind goes where my mind goes. I have a lot of questions. I wish I could conduct my own experiments. Okay. What if the plants received this healing energy, this visualization of love and light being sent to the plants once a week for 12 weeks, just like we learned about in a recent episode about the 12-week studies? So, what if the plants received this healing energy once a week for 12 weeks? Would the baseline keep rising? What if this continued through their whole entire life cycle? What if their seeds carried the new baseline forward? What if healing is not only restorative, but evolutionary? This is not just about plants, my friend. This is about us, you and me, our bodies, our nervous systems, and resilience baselines, our emotional patterns, our very DNA. What if healing elevates the baseline of our being in beneficial ways that last? And they last, and not only that, they get carried on to the next generation. What if your future self is already encoded with more potential than you're currently expressing? What if healing isn't just a recovery, but an actual evolution? So, what might this actually mean for you when it comes to long distance healing? It means you don't have to be in the same room to be held. You don't have to be physically touched to be supported. Your healing is not limited by geography, and the body can change in the direction of love. Whether you're across the city, the country, or the world, your healing responds to love, presence, and intention. Because love isn't local. Consciousness is for sure not local, which means healing doesn't have to be local. You're already connected to a higher consciousness that holds energy for unlimited healing possibilities. Now, let's go subatomic. A cloud chamber experiment. A cloud chamber is a device used to observe subatomic particles, the building blocks of everything that exists. A cloud chamber shows the vapor trails of particles moving through space. Normally, these trails form random patterns. They're chaotic, unstructured, and incoherent. But something remarkable happened during a long distance healing experiment. This healer was 600 miles away. They entered a healing state of consciousness and focused on the cloud chamber. At the exact moment the healer began, the chaotic particle trails shifted into organized wave patterns. Yes, you heard that right. Not near her, not around the healer, but in a sealed lab container 600 miles away. Let's just soak that in, my friend. That's amazing. The healer's innate state, inner state, created outer order at the level of the smallest building blocks of the universe. It makes me wonder what would happen in our outer world if everyone were walking around with a healing state, within a healing state of love, peace, wholeness, gratitude, and freedom. I believe there have been experiments done on that too when people do worldwide meditations. Dr. Joe Dispenza reported on that. But I digress. It gets even better. This cloud chamber experiment, as the healer rotated her hands 90 degrees, the wave patterns in the cloud chamber also rotated in the exact same direction. No physical connection, no wires, no signal through machines, no mechanical things linking them, just intention, awareness, consciousness, presence. This is love in motion, and this is what Einstein called spooky action at a distance, which in more formal language is called quantum entanglement. So, what does this mean? It means two things can be separated by great distance and still behave as if they are one system, because they are one system in the field beneath physical space. The healer and the particles were entangled through consciousness, not physical contact. This is why long distance healing works. Remote healing travels, or how am I trying to say this? Because remote healing does not have to travel through space and time. It works in the field beneath it all, where there is really no such thing as time and space. It's all the eternal present moment right now. So, how can two things sync if they're not touching? Quantum physics shows that connection is more fundamental than distance. Particles and people are linked by relationship, not location. So, when love is the connection, distance is irrelevant. You know this already deep down. Think of someone you love, like really love. You can feel them without touching them. Anytime I think of one of my grandkids, I get the biggest smile on my face no matter where they are. They don't have to be in the room with me. Your heart knows this. Your body knows this. And we respond to these loving, grateful feelings. The science that we're finding now is simply catching up to what our souls have always remembered. When I enter a healing state of consciousness, such as love, gratitude, openness, devotion. Your energy field can feel it. The nervous systems of my clients recognize it. Your cells respond to it because we are connected in the field, not by proximity. Let's just soak in all this goodness by placing one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly, our solar plexus, and take in a nice deep breath. And exhale with a sigh, allowing your shoulders to drop. Is there a little more warmth now? Can you feel just a little more space in your chest? The easing of your breath and shoulders. I know I do. I created a free Reiki angel healing audio to help you feel your angel's presence and calm your nervous system. So if you'd like that, I'll have the link in the show notes below. And if you'd like to receive personal remote healing or in person, if you happen to live near Gilbert, Arizona, you are welcome to schedule a free consultation to work with me. That info will be below as well. In our next episode, we're going to talk about something absolutely beautiful. Not that the rest of this hasn't been beautiful, but we're going to talk about the synchronization of hearts and brainwaves across distance when two people enter healing space together without even touching. So, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being willing to explore this mystery and truth and science together. Thank you so much. Until I see you or talk to you again, stay curious and open-hearted, and know that your angels are with you right now. Bye.